Manny's a generational, talented fighter. Like, he's accomplished what no other fighter is ever going to accomplish. Again, but I don't feel like, he did it on his own.
Watching Floyd fight is actually more my style of that perfect boxer. That's when I do a pound-for-pound ranking, I'm trying to be objective. Pacquiao jumped more weight classes. What he did pound for pound to me was more impressive.
Hard work first. Do it quick. You mind your heart. You focus. Let's go.
Floyd Mayweather acknowledges that while his speed may fade over time, his power, skill, and enduring legacy remain unmatched, which he believes makes victory possible regardless of age.
Lose speed, you may lose athleticism, but that power gonna still be there. Look at George Foreman.
Right.
Max Kellerman praises Manny Pacquiao, stating that his career achievements are more impressive than those of Floyd Mayweather Jr., particularly noting that Pacquiao continued to perform well even after extended periods away from the ring.
Bro. So if he makes all the money in the world for a Pacquiao fight and rides off into the sunset a rich man, I wish him the best.
I want to fight somebody. I don't care about the money and all that.
Who you want him to fight?
That's not good with Pacquiao. Pacquiao just drew with Barrios.
And you see what he look like?
Yeah, because they're not on that level anymore.
What do you think's going to happen here, though? What do we think's going to happen in Mayweather-Pacquiao? Are you interested in it?
Yep.
Is it a good fight?
Yeah.
I'll be watching.
Watch it. The first one was awful, but now they're 50 years old.
Nicholas Oving observes that a fight between Floyd Mayweather Jr. and Manny Pacquiao today would generate little fan interest, as the matchup peaked over a decade ago and has since lost its original appeal.
Today is his birthday. He just turned 49.
Okay. I mean, granted, Pacquiao and Floyd are still better than a lot of fighters out that are active right now. That's how good they were in their prime, and that's the dedication they had to the sport. But, like, again, no one asked for a Floyd-Pacquiao fight, part 2. We've already watched the first one, and I think that first one should have happened way before in his career. Way before that fight, back when they were both, hungry dogs and not hopping around trying to do this fight to keep a whatever record. Pacquiao's my guy too, but I just don't have a desire to watch these two go back at it again. I saw the first one, and it was just like every other Floyd fight after he...
Joe Rogan tells Jim Lampley that Manny Pacquiao's power is unmatched, highlighting his dominance across 8 weight classes and emphasizing the uniqueness of his impressive record.
His power through 8 weight classes. That is just wild. Like, what other fighter can you name that went through 8 different weight classes as a world champion?
I can't. None. No.
Jim Lampley explains that power punching is a science, and Manny Pacquiao naturally demonstrates it with remarkable precision and technique.
Punching is not a physical gift. Power punching is a science. Power punching is the product of real technical knowledge. Power punching is about footwork, weight shift, the angle at which you deliver the punch, all sorts of things not directly related to your strength or quote.
Even at his current age, Manny Pacquiao remains determined and strong, believing that boxing depends on desire, skill, and dedication rather than the number of years a fighter has been active.
For 4 years, it's good for me, for my body, because I've been I started boxing when I was young, so good for my body to rest for 4 years, and then now I come back. I feel like I'm, the passion, the fire in my eyes, to work hard, like that, is still there.
Training and returning to boxing rejuvenates Manny Pacquiao, boosting his confidence, focus, and overall sense of purpose as he prepares for competition.
It's a good thing for me that I have rest. I have time to rest for the longest time in my career. it help a lot for my body and my mind relaxing. And this time around, I am so excited and feeling like I'm young.
Do you feel you have something to prove in this fight, Manny? I know you've accomplished so much, but do you feel you personally you want to show something to the world or prove something?
Oh yeah, it's a challenge that they might think that Manny's career is over and he's old like that. So something wrong that I need to prove it, and I'm not.
Freddie Roach, Manny's trainer, believes that Manny could beat Floyd in a rematch and finally showcase what he couldn't reveal in their first fight due to certain circumstances that limited his performance.
Turn back the clock maybe 5 years. It looked like he was quicker, sharper, more explosive than I've seen him since pre-Floyd Mayweather fight.
I do agree with you, and he gave up his killer instinct a lot by he didn't want to hurt his opponents, and all he had to do was beat them. And after losing a couple bad decisions, that kind of went away a little. Finally.
So did you see a little more killer instinct?
Definitely, yeah. In this training camp, it was. Even in his last fight, it was a little more. He's shown a little bit more each fight, and then in this training camp,
Manny fully immerses himself in boxing, stating that his entire focus is now on the sport, leaving all distractions and external pressures behind.
I miss the sport I love since when I was young, and but it's good for me because when I rest 4 years, like my body is still okay, and then I keep on, even though I hung up my gloves, but I always work out, playing basketball.
Oh, you do still?
Yeah, work out, playing basketball, gym, and badminton, like that. So because my house is, I have my own gym, so
that's good.
I can work out basketball, badminton, like that, things like that.
But what did Freddie Roach say when you called him and said, "Freddie, we're gonna fight again"? What did he say to you? Remember?
Yeah, he's happy. He's just observing me, and then he saw my speed, my movement, like that.
Manny demonstrates remarkable speed in training camp, moving with precision and agility while showcasing quick reflexes and explosive boxing skills. He steps into training with full determination, ready to face Floyd Mayweather once again, this time focusing entirely on preparation. He leaves past distractions, injuries, and setbacks behind, ensuring every punch, movement, and drill is deliberate to build both speed and power while maintaining safety and precision. He trains with discipline, sharpening timing, footwork, and strategy to ensure peak performance without risking harm. His mindset is clear. This rematch is about skill, focus, and execution. Fully committed, he approaches each day with intensity, prepared to give his best while protecting his body and legacy.
Samahan natin sa laban niya.
Ang isang nag-undergo ng training ay hindi lamang po ito para sa ibang tao o para sa kanino, kundi para din sa ating sarili. We undergo training because we want to learn more and we to improve ourselves.
Nicholas Irving explains that if a fight between Manny Pacquiao and Floyd Mayweather Jr. were truly meant to happen, it would have occurred over a decade ago. He emphasizes that 11 years ago, both fighters were at their peak and the boxing world was fully invested in the matchup, yet the fight never materialized at that time. Now, over a decade later, interest has significantly waned. According to Irving, the sudden push for a rematch appears more like an attempt to create a spectacle for fans rather than a meaningful contest between two prime competitors. He believes this timing diminishes the authenticity of the matchup, making it feel like a commercial event rather than a historically significant fight.
And come to my mind, my heart, like, busy, I'm tired. Then forget about boxing. Yeah, right? But as long as you have passion, dedication, you still have fire. Yes, of course. But look at your body also. Sometimes your mind is active, but your body Mine stopped a long time ago. So that's why I'm trying.
Sean Porter shares his perspective on the upcoming Manny Pacquiao versus Floyd Mayweather Jr. matchup, emphasizing that Manny taking this fight does not carry the same significance as it might appear. According to Porter, the driving force behind Mayweather agreeing to step back into the ring is primarily financial. He points out that Floyd's persona throughout his career has revolved around wealth, luxury, and living life on his terms, including private jets, extravagant purchases, and high-profile events. Porter notes that every major decision in Mayweather's career has often been tied to maximizing earnings rather than purely pursuing competition or legacy.
It just, beating up, Mike Tyson and the whole Pacquiao thing, just like no one asked for it.
No, and in terms of the Floyd Mayweather Pacquiao fight, I'm with you, and I am a boxing fan. When they fought the first time, it was 5 years too late.
Exactly.
It's been 11 years since that first fight.
Damn. Yeah, it's been a minute.
Like a legit 11 year. I think they fought somewhere 2016.
Yeah.
Maybe 2015, 2016. This is the fight nobody asked for.
Yep.
And if y'all didn't make that fight worth watching when you were 11 years.
Porter further explains that a true rematch with Manny was never part of Mayweather's plan. After their first fight, Floyd demonstrated that he had decisively beaten Pacquiao and simply walked away, leaving no opening for a return bout at the time. The idea of a new fight, Porter suggests, is less about proving superiority and more about generating money, drawing fans, and capitalizing on lingering curiosity around their rivalry. While Manny's participation might excite audiences, the motivation behind the fight, according to Porter, lies squarely with Mayweather's business-driven approach and his desire to maintain financial control.
A fighter retire and then come back. Don't jump to the conclusion that that fighter is broke. Don't jump to the conclusion that that fighter don't know what else to do with their lives. Understand that that fighter has put in countless hours and days and years, upwards to the 30 and 40. And when that person says, I'm going back to work, that's essentially what they're doing. They're just going back to work. Can't be too mad at it.
I think the main thing, I don't know how much people are mad and hate Manny, but Floyd's whole persona was, I print money. I'm bigger than the dollar.
Yeah.
Hey, I'm Floyd Money Mayweather.
Yeah.
I got a private jet. I got a house here, mansion here. Everything was money, 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 money. And people watch Floyd for majority of his career for him to lose.
Yeah.
So it's like, oh, you lost all that money. People just want to see him
Right.
Floyd lose because of the persona he built up. Floyd Money.
Paulie Malignaggi and Chris Algery analyzed Manny Pacquiao's power and technique, noting how even at 47, his punches still carry significant impact. Malignaggi emphasizes that Pacquiao's punches feel like bricks, delivering both speed and force. He explains that while many fighters rely solely on speed, Pacquiao combines that with tremendous snap, creating punches that hit hard despite his age. Both analysts reflect on how Pacquiao looked different in his fight against Mario Barrios. After a 4.5-year layoff, he still threw punches hard, though the explosive snap of his prime was diminished. Malignaggi explains that Barrios' lack of reaction partly contributed to Pacquiao's perceived effectiveness, as Barrios only throws when set in a particular position, giving Pacquiao an easier target.
Forced at almost 50 years old to come out of retirement to jeopardize his own, which he never really wanted to jeopardize. He never wanted to give Pacquiao his rematch. I beat him.
Yeah.
I walked away in his mind and with a record to back it up. It's an art. He has a seat at the table of the greatest who ever did it. I don't think he ever wanted to jeopardize it. And so if you're coming back having to jeopardize it when you didn't really want to, and people could argue it's not jeopardized, he'll always beat Pacquiao 7 days a week and all that. That's a different dynamic.
I don't think a rematch was needed at the time either.
Well, it's not needed now.
Yeah, but that back then, yeah.
Yeah, it's not needed now. So I think there's a difference though between, I'm fighting for money. Yes, I'm still in my prime or close to it. I could still operate at the highest level, and I'm coming back because I owe people money and I need to get.
Algary and Marlon Ogier discuss how age affects a boxer's ability to generate speed. Returning after years off, even an elite fighter like Pacquiao cannot fully replicate the dynamic snap from his 20s or 30s. Yet the punch's force and placement still make an impact, illustrating Pacquiao's technical mastery. The discussion transitions to legacy, emphasizing that a rematch with Floyd Mayweather Jr., though intriguing, would mostly matter to the fighters themselves. While the public might debate its significance for Pacquiao and Mayweather, the outcome would carry personal weight, a final statement on their careers. Overall, the conversation highlights Pacquiao's enduring power, strategic boxing intelligence, and the way his legacy remains intact even in the twilight of his career.
Keith Thurman, Pacquiao's bricks in his gloves. Like they're just
He was
hard.
different at 47, even 40, even at 40, he had that snap.
I know the snap. The difference is. So I always said this about Pacquiao. But like, how's he punch? I'll make you punch is good. He's very, very fast, but also at the end of that is a brick. Because you can be really fast, you hit somebody with a feather. It's not, it gets you reacted. No, he hits you. It's like boom, whoa. And again, I'm not the only person who says it. Thurman said the same thing. Another guy that he fought way older. And at 147.
But it wasn't the Pacquiao that, again, the way he looked against Barrios was very different, man. He was pushing his punch. I never saw him push out punches because he couldn't generate the speed and the snap.
Also never saw him at their 4.5.
Dan Rafael explains that the fight between Manny Pacquiao and Floyd Mayweather has been carefully timed, aligning both fighters' schedules to make a September 19th matchup at the Sphere in Las Vegas possible. He emphasizes that the planning isn't accidental. The timing allows both boxers to prepare adequately while maximizing fan anticipation. The choice of venue reflects the fight's intended scale, aiming to create a spectacle rather than a conventional boxing event.
You're gonna snap your punches, if you come back at 30 years old from 20 years old, But 47, he wasn't snapping no punches.
He threw him hard enough because Barrios didn't do anything.
Barrios sucks. He doesn't throw any punches.
Barrios not gonna throw punches because
Barrios also has to set himself the way he wants to set himself, put his hands in a certain position, his feet in a certain position, and then he throws punches. Like he basically announces to the whole world, hey, okay, I'm gonna throw a punch now. So it's not the same thing. There was no reaction from Barrios because Barrios won't react unless he's in a set position to punch. He will not punch unless he's in any other position. So yeah, sometimes Pacquiao's hands can put him out of position. Barrios will have a punch out of when he's out of position. He's just not that kind of guy.
This idea too, and you brought it up about Pacquiao saying, "I'm going to give him that L. This is going to carry that. He's going to carry this with him the rest of his life." Is legacy secure at this point?
Yeah.
If Mayweather loses, should he, which is certainly possible.
Rafael highlights Netflix's role in the promotion, noting that it fits the platform's pattern of supporting high-profile events that capture wide public attention. Unlike typical boxing matches, which rely mainly on traditional pay-per-view audiences, Netflix brings massive global reach, offering exposure beyond the usual fan base. He points out that this partnership is a natural fit, as both fighters are legendary names whose clash carries built-in hype and media coverage. The discussion also touches on how this fight, while exciting, is as much about business strategy as it is about competition. Aligning schedules, choosing a high-profile venue, and partnering with a platform like Netflix are all moves designed to generate maximum financial return and global visibility. Rafael underscores that the fight's timing, media strategy, and venue selection collectively turn it into an event that goes beyond sports, aiming to become a cultural moment in boxing history.
In an exhibition bout, also probably in April, but in a different location. And it sets them up on the same time schedule where if they're going to do a rematch, September 19th at the Sphere in Las Vegas. The fact that Netflix is doing it is not surprising at all. That's always been what they've been talking about doing. I think both fighters and everybody involved understands that it's one thing when everybody wanted to see the fight in 2015, he put it on pay-per-view and it's going to be a blockbuster, which it was. They charged $100 before the pay-per-view, the biggest price ever for a pay-per-view. And it set every conceivable record that you could think of in terms of gate, boxing, pay-per-view buys, overall revenue, the sponsorships, the merchandise. You pick a metric and it broke the record. That would not be the case now, 11 years down the road, since they first fought in 2015. So they needed somebody to put up big money, and it really fits the profile of what Netflix is trying